Hello great people, welcome back to our channel. Finally, the much awaited Judicial Commission report on arson and killing that took place in Rivers State has been finally submitted to the governor of the state, and I'm going to allow you to watch moments where he talked about his intention about the report. And Sasimilai Fubara had actually assured the people of Rivers State of implementing the recommendation of the report submitted to him by the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into the arson, killing, and wanton destruction of property at some local government council headquarters on or around Monday, 7th of October 2024. Governor Fubara gave the assurance when the 7-member commission led by the chairman, Justice Roslyn Minakiri, submitted 4 volumes of reports of their investigation and recommendation to him and Government House in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. The governor declared that his administration will neither tolerate nor allow such level of violence in the state anymore because it is not profitable or productive. Now, let me allow you to watch the moments where he took our time to talk about the report submitted to him, and we'll be back to talk more about his intention and his intention for the report.
I would like everyone to hear me when I say this. I make bold to say it. I've never been and I will never be party to anything that will bring shame, disgrace, destruction to our dear state. It's our state. If it's well with us, it is well with everybody. As a matter of fact, why should I encourage destruction when I know that when you finish spoiling, you still need money to rebuild? I'm an accountant. I know the importance of how you can manage money. Rather than spoil, you use that money to do a new thing for the state. We're not going to be part of any system that would encourage any destruction in this state. And for that reason, we had to inaugurate this commission so that this commission should look into the cause, remote cause of this problem. And I believe that the recommendation of this commission, with the help of God and the support of everyone, we will make sure that we implement the recommendations. So I'm going to ensure that we put a stop to that level of violence, unreasonable violence. I call it unreasonable violence. That doesn't mean anything in politics. Politics is a business of interest. There is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. Some persons who were not even in our support today, they are here following us because maybe the interest is the most important thing. Likewise tomorrow, if the interest changes, they will also go their different. So why burn down the house? So please, I want to thank this commission especially for taking time to do this detailed job. We are going to take it to the next stage. The report will be presented to the Executive Council, and we will surely come out with a white paper. And the white paper, I can assure you, we are going to follow it to the end. Nobody is above the law. Nobody, including myself. So provided what we're doing within the confinement of the law, we will do it with the help of everyone. Let me thank you again. Assure you that you have done this one very well. Keep your doors open. Who knows? We might be calling you for other assignments because I can see that this commission, this is your special panel. There are people that are ready to work.
Governor Fubara has dropped his lines about the report, and I must say that it's absolutely what most Nigerians wanted to hear. The fact that no one is above the law, even mentioned himself, no one is above the law, which means whatever we have at hand right now, we're going to implement it, and no one will stop the implementation. I think this is one way of taking charge of the state, because the more you keep quiet and allow things to keep flying, the more it's going to get worse. One of the greatest way of dealing with tyrants and people who are not ready to let go of government is to make sure that you use the law rightly to hit them hard, just to let them understand that power has gone out of their grip. Now, interestingly, that report, I would really want to hear or see the white paper. And the reason is because a lot of people did not present themselves. Despite the invitation that was extended to them, they did not present themselves for the interrogation of, they didn't present themselves to the panel for proper interrogation. Some of them claim that they did not see invitation from the panel, but it was littered everywhere on social media, and names were listed, people whom they wanted to deal with. All of them were invited, but since they are in the other camp, the likes of one or CK and some other persons, none of them were avail themselves. We know that right now their number one boss is already with the current administration. But be that as it may, I think it's still needful for us to adhere to little provisions of the law. There's nothing wrong in you aligning to it, even though you may not have much to offer. Just go in there and let them understand your position, why you must be exempted from any form of disciplinary action that will be taken to against those who were involved in that criminal act. It was so nefarious to the sense that so many people lost their lives. It was as bad as that. A lot of people lost their lives, and the big question was, why did they go that extra mile? Local government election was concluded on Saturday. Sunday, people were sworn in. Monday, they were supposed to resume. And all of a sudden, the place was no more comfortable for the local government chairman to go in. And before we know, it was a fight where people went an extra mile in mentioning the names of those whom they are supporting. I can still remember one of them said that they would not vacate the place. Why? Because they are in so faction. This one will say, I'm in so faction, and for that reason I cannot. They were chanting songs pointing to the fact that many of them were supporters of Wike. And I think that's the reason why Wike was invited to show up and also give his position in respect to what is happening or what happened that day. But he didn't turn up, he didn't even dignify it with a reply. Nigeria is one hell of a country that you cannot predict people. If it comes to a point whereby there is no iota of respect for the law, then we have a future that is very unpredictable before us. Be that as it may, the governor has given his word that he will carry out the recommendations of the judicial panel to the letter. And we are hopeful that he will stand by his word and do the necessary. At least, even if you're not starting from the number one person who was involved in this whole thing, at least you should be able to reach out to other persons who were, fully involved in it, especially those who were seen in the act. That's what we would like to leave it. Let's be in our conversation and talk more on this.